haven't found Fast Track yet, but we're just going to get on with this, alright? So, we're going to review Sixgun. Now, Sixgun, the original figure, didn't have an alt mode because he was basically just made up of guns that were attached to Metroplex. So, it's weird that they've given him an alt mode. And what is that? In all honesty, what is it? It's some sort of weird plain thing on top with a giant brick underneath, but seems to be basically just built out of guns with a couple of, I don't know, turbines or something, pretend wings with some jet engine things at the back, and I mean, waist, knees, legs. It's not, visible hand syndrome. It's not rocket science. I mean, you could guess this is the head as well. It's not, but it's got a little cockpit and stuff, and it looks kind of neat, and because of the way the arms are attached, you can do this kind of flight thing. Big jet engines in the middle here as well, or whatever they'd be called. I don't know. It's interesting. I think that's the word I'm looking for. It's interesting. That's the one. It's not my favourite mode, but I just noticed there's a lack in paint there. Is that dirt or something? I don't know. No, I think that's a lack of paint. Sorry, you can't see that. There you go. Look. Disgraceful. Alright. Size comparison. Legacy Wild Rider. So, he's quite big for a deluxe, to be fair. So, And we should transform it, so to speak. What you need to do, it's kind of cool. It's like, this is emergency detaching stuff. So you eject this bit. You eject this bit. And you end up with this. And then you jettison the entire bottom piece. You just got that flying around, which actually looks quite cool with a big jet engine and stuff, and missiles, because there are missiles all over these things. Anyway, you end up with this, but this is the bit we need first. Haha. So what we need is to wiggle the legs until these tabs come out of those slots, and then we straighten the leg up and lift up the little toesy woesy. Wiggle that loose to the tab, there, straighten it up, toesy woesy. Then rotate the waist around, and I believe we need to fold this down so these are sticking straight out. And yes, these are all individually articulated. Yes, lining them up is a bit of a pain in the bum, he said politely. Right, now we get this one, it flies along and it connects in the top there. Then the wings fold down so that these little tabs here go into slots there. Connect. Come on. Connect. And connect. Come on. There. Rotate these pegs out. And then we have these come along and using the holes underneath and putting the wings at the back. We just plug those onto those pegs. And yeah, I could have finished the middle piece, but I'm doing dramatic head reveal because I do try to do that. Not very well, but I do try. Plug that into there. Fold this piece back. Shouldn't show anything. Which will allow us to rotate these up. The outside one's up and the bottom one's down. Hang on. Yeah, that's right. They go like that. These red ones unpeg and plug into there, so it gives him his original accurate shoulder cannons. And then we can rotate this down and turn the head around. And that head is spectacular. I'll give him that. That's a really pretty head. And there he is in his rock mode. And that kind of looks like Sixgun. Except Sixgun's arms were black. But it's fine. It's not a big deal. It's fine. Everything's fine. So, what do you think? I mean, these could be guns, missiles, guns, guns pointing down, because why not? he's kind of in the cog situation where he is just all guns all the time. Size comparison, Lexi drag strip, so reasonable size, bit spindly, and of course, refractor. This is the one that had Ironworks because everyone will want to see him with Slammer because they both go Metroplex that I don't have, but still Metroplex. So we'll take him out of the way. Take him out of the way. We'll have a quick talk about articulation. So he's got hinge there, peg, so it'll rotate all the way around. Although it seems to have almost like a soft ratchet or something. It's got a 90-degree bend and a swivel here. Now one of these swivels, that one in fact, actually broke on me and I had to glue it. I don't know if you can see that. Actually cracked off and I had to glue it. So I'm a bit cautious to turn this one. But it still works. So, you know. These guns can actually come unpegged. And you can use them as handguns if you like. But instead of just having them built into the arm, I don't know why you'd bother. And I don't know why my missus is now taking the time to call the dogs that are right next to her loudly that you can probably hear. So that's great. Thanks for that. I appreciate that. That's great. Really appreciate that one. Head will rotate because you've seen that for transformation. Waist swivel. Universal joint in and out. Blah, blah, blah. Turn because it's on a peg. 90-degree bend. Bit of toe and ankle. So, you know, he's got enough articulation stuff. It works. Boom. So now what I have to do is take this and combine it with him so you can see what it looks like. So give me 1 second. Yeah, this is probably about as good as it's going to get. If I had given more time, I could probably come up with something else, but I didn't want to waste all your time. So here we have the legs are actually designed using the spare red guns to look like the original guns from Fortress Maximus, which were the legs. So the legs actually become guns that look like the original, you know what I mean? So that's quite cool. The waist and the 4 barrels, you can actually, there's a hinge, and it's a nasty little hinge. Well, that didn't work. Here in the body, which kind of scrapes the mushroom peg for the waist. But if you make sure the waist is all the way over and stuff and you push it, you can actually pull this loose. There's a hinge, so this kind of acts like a thumb and whichever way around you want to do it. And to get to work, I've had to adapt it. But still, this was plugged into the leg. Using those as shoes just because they've got to go somewhere. And I did have this as a big backpack, but this arm's a bit clunky and it kind of knocked it. This isn't the best way of doing things, alright? I do these quickly with the camera paused, so you get what you give, unfortunately. He's got a jetpack, he's got a couple of big guns, he's got a big silly hand. It's something you can do. It is an option. And just for the comparison, because people might want to see it, here comes Slammer, who looks just as ridiculous, if not more so. So there you go. Which one looks more ridiculous? Which one do you think's cooler? Place your bets. Oh, place your bets. Answers in the comments. Come on, stand up. There you go. Slammer looks cooler, doesn't it? Strangely, I don't know. They're both kind of cool figures. They are. Sixgun's just not my favourite. There's something about it. Tell you what, should I take the refractors out and have those two stood next to each other? Will that be better? Let's do that, shall we? So we have, there you go. So if you had Metroplex Tower in the background and Scamper in the front of them, that's the Metroplex team. I'm just short the biggest and smallest parts, but that's fine. Doesn't matter. One day, maybe one day, after a lottery win, you know, something like that. We'll see. Yeah. So I'm going to Scarpa, boys and girls, because I've got things I need to do. For argument's sake, I'm just going to put him in the background. And yeah, I've still got Brunt over there. I still need to find Fast Track. I don't know where he is. I might have time to find him in the next couple of days. We'll see what I can do. And I'm going to go. So hopefully you've enjoyed this. Hopefully I haven't put him off or put you off him. Just Something about him just doesn't quite sit right with me. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's some of the joints. Maybe the arms feel a little bit flimsy. Some of the joints are tight. Like these hips and stuff are really tight. Tighter than I'd like. Tighter than the fun. You know what I mean? It's not like you can move it and they'll stay there. That you have to push them a little bit. And I'm a bit worried about. It's just me. It's probably just my copy, or it's me being niggly. I don't know. But I'm not 100% on him. Which is a shame because he is cool. I mean, look at him. That's cool. I just don't love him. I don't know what it is. Don't know. So I'm going to scalp it. I should be ugly. I should wretched, and I shall see all of you in the next one. Tazzy bye, peeps.